It's week 1 of the 2027 season, and we've got a much-anticipated rematch of last year's NFC title game. It's the Vikings and the reigning Super Bowl champs on Thursday night.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the San Francisco 49ers. The wait is finally over. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis here on the start of a new NFL season, and we kick it off with a bang on Thursday night.
What's interesting about these Thursday night games is oftentimes we hear people say, is it really fair for players to play on Thursday night? But what did we hear from both of these teams going into this one? How excited they were to have the spotlight on their teams, their franchises, the rest of the league watching them go at it.
With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
All right, partner, a brand new season. With it comes a sense of unbridled optimism for every team and, of course, every quarterback. It's a blank slate for every passer in this league, and he really couldn't hide his excitement during interviews this week. He thinks his offense is stacked. They've spent the entire offseason making adjustments and trying to find another gear. And as this season begins, they believe they've found it. You watch him warm up, everything is crisp, moving with great speed. This is an offense that can't wait to get to the first series of the new year.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Trying to find Jordan Addison that time. But now it's 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
So here are the 49ers and their offense in great field position already. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6-year quarterback.
All right, I know it's something that every team says every season, but they genuinely believe that this is their year, and having him at quarterback is a big part of that. They think he's poised for a huge season and can really be the type of player that brings out the best of each weapon that they have on this offense. Behind that type of performance, their goals are high. They envision a lot of wins and finishing among the league's best on their side of the ball.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there, all the things that have gone on. And the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. DeForest Buckner breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and they will take over 1st and 10. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around, 1st and 10. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Can't get away, and he's taken down. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
Even keeping the back in for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. A good pickup there, a 22.
Hey, did you have one of those backyards that you had one of those, like, mats or pits like you have for high jumpers, and you know you had your friends throw the ball and you tried to make the spectacular catches?
I didn't need a mat.
you just did it with the ground?
Absolutely.
That explains your
concrete.
Toughness. That explains your toughness right there, because I think that guy was raised just like you. What a catch.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here now, 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw. Complete. Jefferson the target. And Jefferson's going to have the Vikings 1st down as he'll get the ball down inside the 30.
An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Vikings.
The slot man in motion right. Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw off play action. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? But he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft. And
it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the 49ers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And the defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them out of the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
It's the pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 7. As they've got it as we resume action. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Danielle Hunter now with his 2nd sack here on opening night.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Dayo Odeyingbo. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here's Presley Harvin now. That's pulled in at the 32. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. Now back to throw. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. Yeah, this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Purdy's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. The Niners on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Now on first down, it's Purdy. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And now out comes Minnesota. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping him for the sack. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively, not a real surprise. They're in the dime. They'll set up to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that'll hit the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Well, he short arms that one just a bit. It's low and incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Looking to throw. He gets it to Addison. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. They had a great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll bring up 4th down. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is indeed good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he returns this to the 22. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Purdy now to throw. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Back to throw, Purdy. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the 24-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Back to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Back to throw again. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. The Vikings in the hurry-up. They're hustling up to the line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the ball is knocked out. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score a touchdown. An Excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they went standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Jake Moody now for the point after. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And the Vikings going to take over here one more time before the half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. DeForest Buckner. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. Plenty of good matchups in that 1 o'clock Eastern window. It'll be noon at Soldier Field in Chicago. And a big test for the Bears as they'll do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. Lots to look forward to in the late games as well. One of the best being up in Seattle, where we find the Seahawks taking on what should be a very tough opponent. And then lastly, on Sunday Night Football, those fans will be riled up as it'll be a good matchup between their guys and the New York Jets. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Now Purdy. He finds Douglas complete. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. A handoff left, McCaffrey. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Danielle Hunter make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Here is 3rd and quite a ways. He's got his target. That's complete. He's to the 15. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 72 yards. And the Niners go up by 2 touchdowns. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Moody good with the extra point. And the lead is now 17-3. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that leads you into bigger errors.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
And this is 3rd down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he is going to lose yardage here. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 right at the 30. And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. Marcus Davenport there to take him down. Now a 2nd and 10.
At the 30-yard line.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 50 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ballgame. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And a pretty good burst there as they get this across midfield and down to the 46. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And bulldozing his way through. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Purdy looking to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Throwing here, Purdy. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 14-yard line.
Here's Purdy. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. They'll drop to throw. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
85 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. The Niners on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now a run with McCaffrey, and he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. So Purdy off and Moody on for the 49er field goal. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
It's a gain of 7.
2nd and 3. Over the middle and complete to Addison. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking for Addison again, and he's got him again. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 4. They'll look to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
This one brought in by Jefferson. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. Byron Murphy there on the tackle. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up in the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted. But he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson, and he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 2nd down and 4.
28-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Back to throw here. Looks again for T.J. Hockenson, and he's got him again. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw again. And that one too wide and incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try to throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Vikings.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Well, partner, tonight was a great way to kick the season off. That, before the game, probably as much pomp and circumstance to start a season as I can ever remember. And this is just game 1 of many to come sitting next to you. Really looking forward to it.
As am I. Great to be back in booth with you for another season. Great to get this year underway. You and I both know interesting is going to be the word. An extra week